You probably don't know me. You can call me Stepper or Step, and welcome to my first video. A little intro to me. I'm an online artist, most prominent for my DC drawings on TikTok. I like to draw, craft, read comics, write sometimes, and rot in my bed watching movies and shows. I also have a Tumblr and a Twitter, so if you're interested in checking any of my accounts out, the link to them will be in the description. Before we start the video, I want to say that this idea for a video has been in my notes app for months, and I've been working on all these crafts for months, not just because I procrastinate everything, but also because this is, again, my first video, and I honestly didn't know how to go about it. Also, I'm aware that the title says OCs, but most of these crafts are fan merch of a character I really like. So really, any of these can work for an OC or just a character you like. But without further ado, let's get into the video. The most basic, I know, whether you put it on your bag or on your pants like a carabiner, or even in your Ita bag. Everyone loves a good keychain. I made mine on this awesome website, Wookri. No, this is not sponsored. Where you can make all kinds of cool merch and get it shipped directly to you. But if you can't afford that, no need to fret, because there are lots of online videos showing tutorials on how to make keychains. There are especially some great ones on TikTok. I'll show the accounts here that have some good tutorials. Movie posters, show posters, game posters, we see them all the time everywhere. Posters are great for showcasing our OCs and little insights about them. You can really get a good metaphor into a poster, which is something I really love. Some people recreate movie posters by drawing their OCs over them, or some prefer to draw up their own ideas. This drawing in the background took me about 30 plus hours and isn't a poster. But I did slap the avatar title there just for the sake of the video, though I am probably going to redraw this one soon for my school's art gala. This one is simple and straightforward. I made mine DC and Marvel themed, but you can always draw your OC or character on there. I started with paper in the shape of a bookmark, drew on both sides and colored them in, and then I laminated it for extra protection. And finally, I hole punched the top and made a little tie for it. Any music lover knows that the right song can really set the mood. This one's easy, but honestly takes quite long. Here I made a playlist based off of Tim Drake. I went through piles and piles of songs I like, but also songs from other Tim Drake playlists to find songs that I think fit Tim Drake. You don't have to make it based off your OC though. You could also just make a playlist of songs that you think your OC would listen to. Again, you get them off of a website like Wookri if you want, but in this, I just DIY'd it. For this, you need a printer, scissors, clear tape, and parchment paper. I started out by printing out what I wanted for the stickers and then cut them out. Then I lay out a piece of parchment paper and lay down a bunch of mats of the clear tape. Then I placed the cutouts on top of the tape and then placed more clear tape over them.
Wow, so informative.
After that, you simply just have to cut out the stickers, and then you can just remove the parchment paper from the back whenever you want to use the stickers. Another drawing one. You also don't need to be super skilled and professional about this one. You can just search up on Pinterest or any search site for memes, and then draw over those memes with your OCs. This one is kind of like the last. This app allows you to make fake Twitter accounts for your OCs or characters, and make mock posts and tweets. This one is of my avatar OCs. This is the easiest out of all of them. You go onto this website and type in your OC's name, and then click this button, and it'll generate little headcanons for your OC. This can help you give ideas for your OC's writing, or just be used for fun. Like keychains, pins are a very popular one to do.
No, really.
Again, you may get them on websites, or you can do it DIY. You can use bottle caps or cardboard, but here I just used some old pins that I didn't like and I painted over them. I used polymer clay for this, and it's not exactly a figure, but I think you get the point. I made this little red robin and then cooked him in the oven and painted him. Now he's my phone charm.
You nerd.
But you can use polymer clay or just like air dry clay or any other clay. Make a little figure and paint it. I don't make many of these, but I know it helps a lot of people when they're making their OCs. You can find photos all over Pinterest for this, and also look at other people's mood boards for ideas. You essentially put a bunch of photos that you think give off your OC's vibes and put them into a board. There's this one that I made for a character in my comic I'm working on for school. He's a superhero. Who could have guessed? This is kind of boring, especially if you don't put things on your fridge. Well, I don't either, but I still did this for you guys, my 6 subscribers.
Loser!
I printed out some pictures, cut them out, laminated them, and then I got some plain magnets and I hot glued the cutouts onto them. Ta-da! So cool and not boring. I've seen this one everywhere on social media, and it's actually my most recent craft and first time making one of these. I made it for my friend's birthday, and if you don't know, this little character is Yosuke from Persona. I started with drawing the layers on my iPad and then printing them out. After that, I taped them onto the felt and cut that out. And then I painted on the layers, and lastly, I glued them all together with hot glue. This is optional, but I also made it into a keychain by gluing a little thing at the top. It isn't shown in this photo, but the final gift had a keychain on it. This one only really works if you have a lot of Lego people parts. Otherwise, you kind of gotta go to this store and search for stuff. I, of course, totally didn't ask my brother for Lego people scraps in order to make this guy. I glued and then painted him, and now he lives on my shelf. But if you want, you can also make him into a keychain. I've seen so many people get little Lego car keychain things, and they're so cute. The MBTI quiz is an online quiz to determine your personality type. Without going into total psychology mode on you, I will say that the labels it gives you for your personality type mean nothing. It's the little scale thing here that counts, telling you about your traits. You can use this for yourself, or you could use it for your OCs to build their personality. This one was also pretty popular on social media at one point. I didn't make the exact one because I made these before it became popular, but either is cool. This is just a drawn and printed one, but the ones that got popular were these dangling ones that had a bunch of layers. I think you can find lots of tutorials for this one on TikTok. This one is very complicated and tedious to do, and I don't have a video of me doing it, so you will have to look at some tutorials on YouTube yourself. But my phone theme is as the bad kids. I use these 2 apps to do it, Shortcuts and Widgetsmith, as well as learning how to do these weird focus thingies, which is a whole other tutorial that you'll also have to look up. I saved this one for one of the last because it's probably the most creatively expensive one, meaning you could just do like a lot with it. You basically make this like little booklet thingy and then put a bunch of different cool collage things on each page. For my first pages, I have this little intro thing and inside of my head thingy. On the second, I have my OCs with this little like cute crafting table and a mock Twitter I made. On the third page, it has my 2025 Spotify Wrapped because I didn't know what else to do. And on the fourth page, it has some panel redraws of Tim Drake, of course. On the fifth page, it has my favorite movies. And finally, on the last page is just Maze Runner themed. So really, you can do a lot with this one. I personally looked at inspiration on Pinterest for it because there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Not everyone likes to draw, but still might want to see their OC come to life via drawing. So, if you have the money, you should commission an artist. It's a great way to support the art community as well as bring your OC to life, because who doesn't want that? Now, coming to a close.
No.
I know. You guys will miss me so much because I'm so awesome and cool. We have writing your OC's lore. I am not a writer and I don't take joy in it, but at the end of the day, OCs need to be written. So get off your lazy butt and hop to it. Set a timer for an hour or do whatever you need to do to write some stuff down and give your OC some depth. Alright, that's the end of this video. Sorry if it's short, I want to keep things straightforward for my first video. I hope you all enjoyed this and got some ideas for fun crafts and drawings to do with your OCs or characters you like. I have no idea when or what the next post will be, but maybe some new subscribers will encourage me to make it soon. So click the like button and subscribe for more videos. Have a wonderful day. Bye!